नमस्ते भैया। नमस्ते चौधरी।
नमस्ते।
नमस्ते नमस्ते
नमस्ते भैया। We hope some students of the previous workshop, the students workshop, may join today, right? One bhaiya. I think some of them are joined already.
They're joining. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Good. Let's see how many join.
Yeah. Okay. Namaste, Rubam Didi. Shall we start? It is time already. We will just start. Yeah.
Yes, Bhaiya, we can start.
Yeah, Didi.
Good evening, everybody. We are already panelists and attendants. Attendees, we have around 30 people. We can definitely start. So today's resource person is Dr. Sunil Kumar N. And in the panelist list, we have Mohan Raoji, Anupam De, Tara Prasanna Bhaiya. And I hope that we can start our exploration, whatever we have received in the workshop. If we, all of us know that if we remain in touch consistently with the content, definitely our exploration will be deeper, our observation sharper. So gradually we would be in a better state, our inner harmony will move towards it, and gradually this will spill over to our family and at our workplace or in the classroom. So without much ado, I would invite Sunil Bhaiya to start today's session. Bhaiya, please.
Yeah. Namaste, Didi. Namaste, Sapiko. So this is a follow-up meeting of the students induction program, which has been initialized after the November 2020 workshop, which is offered by the AICTE directly to all the first year students who joined then at that time across all the colleges in the country. So the meeting is conducted every Wednesday from 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And right now we have been discussing the content of the students induction program, the UHV content of the students induction program, bit by bit. So the slide which you see right now is that of session 4. So because we have reached up to here, I have just projected this slide for you. But we know that right now there are many students who have attended the recently concluded workshop, have also joined. So just to know how many of them are newly joined, can you raise your hand, those who have recently completed the workshop and joining for the first time, just to know the number? You can use raise hand up. Yeah. So you can see some 10 hands so far. Yeah, 11. There may be more. Maybe more students and faculty members who have attended the recent students workshop and the face-to-face workshop, which have been concluded recently would have joined. Okay, thank you for raising your hand. Let me lower all your hands. I hope that more students are going to join who have attended the workshop. So to those who have joined for the first time, let me briefly describe what is happening over here in this follow-up meeting. In the initial few minutes, we would like to hear from some of the student participants, the reflections which they have with regard to their exploration in the recent past. They have underwent this students induction program, the UHV content. So the reflections are discussed or are taken first, and then we start exploring with regard to the content of UHV bit by bit, especially the topics which we cover in the students workshop and the students induction program will be covered over here. So clarity with regard to the content is what is expected, and self-exploration of the students, and of course the faculty members who are motivating the students to join the program is also expected. Yeah, so we have one hand raised. Manohar Bhaiya, would you like to share your thoughts? Mic is provided to you.
Good evening, sir. This is Manohar
Good
from Vigyan Institute of Pharmaceutical Technology.
Yeah, good evening, Bhaiya.
Actually, I have attended the workshop recently conducted by AICTE, which was suggested by our faculty members of college, sir.
Nice.
And it was really memorable for me and a very important part in these days, because what I actually used to feel that these values and everything were mostly neglected because of academics, and moreover I felt it very useful, and I am trying to analyze, I'm trying to implement it even in my life, sir. I mean, in every situation, I'm trying to compare it with the the most fascinated topic for me was the natural acceptance and response relations, etc. So I am continuously trying to correlate everything with the natural acceptance, sir. I am not 100% successful, but I am able to at least understand few things, and I think I need more practice and more not a practice but more consciousness regarding the what was explained for us. And moreover, I would also like to thank AICTE for conducting that workshop very effectively. And actually, when we go for such values and all, moreover, more statistics and everything will be shown, but it was not like that. It was more interactively conducted. So I'm very thankful for the AICTE members, sir.
Nice, very good, Manoharji, for your reflection. When we in the first instance, when we listen to the proposals, maybe in the workshop for 6 days, that will become like information to us. Then we, as you said, rightly said, you can verify the proposals with your natural acceptance. The first and foremost thing is to understand what is natural acceptance. Hope you have had a good awareness of what is natural acceptance by now. The innate faculty within every one of us, which is invariant with place, time, or person, with which you can find responses and answers to most of our questions. So verification of proposals is happening right now within you. I can see that, and it will take time. The verification, and the next process is validation. The validation with the life experiences is like long time. So we are, all of us are the path of this exploration, are the path of this transformation from inhuman consciousness to human consciousness. So very nice that you have been attending proactively to the content of the UHV in the recently concluded workshop, and you have been exploring by yourself and trying to validate the proposals in your life. Nice. Thank you, Manoharji, for the sharing. And we have
we have Bhaiya Gohil, I think. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mic is forwarded to you. Yeah.
Please.
Namaste, ma'am. Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Myself, Gohil Apeksha Ba from Atmiya University, Rajkot, Gujarat. या ये वर्कशॉप करने के बाद मुझे खुद पर ध्यान जाता है, मतलब मैं क्या करती हूँ, मेरे विचार, जो विचारने की क्षमता है ना, वो पूरी मतलब बहुत उसका एरिया वाइड हो गया। ऐसा लगता है कि पहले बिना सोचे ही सारा काम, मतलब इतना नहीं सोचते थे कुछ भी करने से पहले कि हम ये क्यों करते हैं। जो क्यों और कैसे वाले शब्द ये वर्कशॉप के बाद पता चलता है कि हम ये सब क्यों करते हैं, हमें ये वैल्यूज की जरूरत क्यों है। अगर हम एक बार जाने ना, ये वर्कशॉप करने के बाद ऐसा पता चलता है कि ये सब चीज एक ह्यूमन में होनी जरूरी है, कि नेचर के प्रति, अपने आप के प्रति, फैमिली में, सोसाइटी में।
Ji, Gokil ji, your voice is now cut. Did you complete what you were trying to reflect or?
यस सर, मतलब
nice,
सबसे
nice.
ज्यादा मुझे खुद पर लगता है कि मेरा ध्यान
Nice.
मेरे पे गया।
Yeah.
मतलब और कौन क्या सोचता है, क्या क्या सोचेगा, मैं मतलब हम दूसरों की सोच से चलते हैं कि वो क्या सोचेंगे।
Yeah, wonderful. It is nice to see that you are focusing upon yourself, and that is what is needed.
Yes, sir.
Usually, when something happens, some incident happens in our life, we used to put the blame upon the other, right?
Yes.
Now, after listening to the proposals of the UHV, we can see that we have to start from ourselves, work from
Yes.
ourselves. We have to work upon our right understanding and right feeling. And when we say right understanding, it is understanding harmony at all the four levels, individual level first. As you said, working with nature, right? The universal human goal, we have listened to that also. So, right understanding and right feeling at the individual level, happiness ensured at the individual level, then the remaining three parts of the human goals will automatically follow. Well, so it is nice to see that you have been listening to the content very actively and with for sure with interaction. And now we can see that we have to.
And yes, sir, ये एक स्पेशल चीज है AICTE में, मतलब यहाँ पे टू वे इंटरेक्शन होता है। ऐसा नहीं कि टीचर है वो सिर्फ बोले जा रहे हैं और हम सुने जा रहे हैं। लाइक दिस टू वे इंटरेक्शन मैटर्स। हम सामने वाला क्या समझ रहा है वो भी समझने की जरूरत है, जो समझा रहा है वो।
Very true, very true. Yeah, in fact, Gokilji, there is no teacher here. All of us are co-explorers.
Yes, sir.
You can also contribute to the proposals. I am also trying to contribute something. So it is a mutual, as you said, it is a mutual interaction, a dialogue, first of all, happening between the presenter and those who are present over there. And then the interaction happens between ourselves, between me and between me. Yeah, and then if you have any kind of questions, you can share with the presenter, and he or she will try to help you explore. Not to answer, but try to help you explore. I'm not sure if somebody tried to answer your question, but try to maybe help you explore yourself.
Yes, sir.
Nice interaction, nice reflection. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, Mohan Bhaiya.
Yeah. Sumi Kumar ji, I just wanted to bring attention to yours and to all the students that so many students have joined from a recent workshop which concluded on 3rd of September, this last Saturday.
Ji.
It's the personal efforts of Rupalim ma'am, Rupalim ji, Anupam ji, Lalita ji, and Ranganath ji. They're all there with us now.
Yeah.
So they have followed up, and the students also have connected. Ranganath ji himself had, the institution had about 26 from their college participate.
Very good.
And I think a few of them also have joined from there.
Mhm.
So the number is growing as you're seeing.
Very good, Bhaiya.
So
Nice,
this,
nice.
the follow-up and the coordination of these students with the faculty volunteers, over there for that 6-day program. Yeah. And of course, as Manoj was mentioned, that a lot of active interaction and participation, given the small time that was there, it was a lot of content to share.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice,
Thank you so
Bhaiya.
much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So it is encouraging that many of the faculty members are encouraging their students to participate in this AICTE workshop as well as the weekly follow-up meetings. And now we can see that now the number is closing to 100. Many of them are students, and hope all of you would attend the weekly meetings regularly, and you can reflect upon your sharing, your transformation which is happening within you. Maybe at the beginning of every workshop, at the beginning of every weekly meeting. So we spend some 15 minutes or so in the beginning of the meeting to take your reflections. It is good that if you can reflect upon the proposals which you have been exploring through maybe we conduct the meeting every week. So previous week's exploration, you can just share that in the meeting in the beginning.
Maybe you can just dwell on this exploration part, with little more, so these new students who are joined will be able to understand, how to take it forward.
Yeah, nice.
Rest is yours. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So what is?
Thank you, Mohan Bhaiya, for your kind words. And it's wonderful to hear from our students and the way that Manohar ji and Apeksha Gohil ji, they have already started exploring, and that is the key point of UHV, that exploration, looking inward, because all the time we look outside and then we get lost. We do not know who we are. So as if we are getting acquainted more and more with ourselves, and that it is wonderful to see that students just after the workshop they have been they have started exploring, and I really hope that they would keep in touch, and every week they would be joining, and new hands we can say. But before that, I think Sunil Bhaiya or Mohan Bhaiya wanted to say something. After that, participants who have raised hands, one by one, will call them. Yes, Bhaiya, you were saying something.
Yeah, thank you, Rupal Didi. So, dear participants who joined for the first time, the weekly meeting is for your self-exploration, to continue your self-exploration and to understand the content bit by bit again and again, to revisit the content and also to share what you have explored in the previous week or after your the first workshop. That is what is happening over here. Now, after the workshop, maybe a 6-day workshop which you have attended, what is happening is the content which is shared within, say, 2.5 to 3 hours in a day, that goes to every one of us as information, first of all, and then that will, you can verify the proposals based on your natural acceptance. Yeah, Dharapasana Bhaiya is responding in the chat box, as we have just started connecting SOA students to this meeting here. Can we call anyone? Yeah, Bhaiya, we can call. You can ask them to raise their hand. But just let me complete a couple of sentences. So what is happening initially is information as in any other, say, class. And then as the students rightly pointed out, this is not a one-way class. There is no teacher over here. We have all co-explorers. So we are also exploring, and you are also started exploring. So it is good that we can handhold, say, some of you, and you can also handhold some of us with your exploration. So what is expected is a mutual sharing. Whatever we have been verifying with regard to the proposals of universal human values, like our basic aspirations, how to fulfill the basic aspirations. And as you can see in the slide, right, like human being is a coexistence of self and body. What is your exploration upon that? What are the needs of the self? What are the needs of the body? So how much you have explored with regard to these proposals? And essentially in the student selection program, we focus upon the concerns of the students, and we try to help the students to find out their own solutions. It is not that the solutions are available in the UHV, but these proposals will help you to try to find out your own solutions. Try to explore yourself and find out your own solutions. So in every meeting, we can discuss upon these explorations, what we have in the previous week or previous couple of weeks, and we can come up with reflections. That is what is expected. Nice. So we have a couple of hands raised. Didi, shall we take their reflections? 3-4 hands are raised. So
yes, I would want Tara Bhaiya to invite because from their institution maybe.
Okay. Tara Bhaiya, over to you.
No, it's okay. We can take all the hand raised first, then we
Okay.
go to the next. So we can call one by one.
Okay, Bhaiya. So Tanuja ji, your mic is given to you. You can place your reflection. Vansaku Tanuja ji, mic is given to you. You can unmute and place your reflection. Yeah, now you're on mute, so you can speak. Maybe your voice is not reaching us, I suppose. Tara Bhaiya, can you hear my voice?
Yes, Bhaiya, you are audible. Yes, you are audible. I can't hear her. I also can't hear her.
Okay, maybe some issue with her network connectivity. Let us go to
maybe
Tulsi Rani ji.
Yes.
Tulsi Rani ji, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm Tulsi Rani from Siddharth Institute of Engineering and Technology, Puttur. Ma'am, I have a query about what does mean by right understanding relationship and physical facilities, ma'am?
Yeah, nice. So, Tulsi Rani ji, we have been discussing about the basic human aspirations and their fulfillment, maybe first or second session in the workshop, right? And the basic parameters to fulfill the basic human aspirations, like happiness and prosperity in their continuity. They are this right understanding, relationship, and physical facilities, right?
Yes, sir.
So when we say right understanding, it is understanding harmony. Happiness is also referred to as harmony at all the 4 levels. So understanding harmony at the 4 levels: individual level, family level, society level, and nature and existence level. That is what we refer to as right understanding. That is what was being discussed in the whole workshop from session 1 to maybe session 15 or so.
Yes,
so we discussed about individual level. What you see right now on the screen, the human being is not body alone, but it is coexistence of self and body. We can recognize this through the needs, activities, and responses of the human being. Right?
Yes, sir.
The needs of the body are intermittent or temporary, and the needs of the self are continuous. And the needs of the body are fulfilled by only physiochemical things, but the needs of the self are fulfilled by right understanding and right feeling. So understanding individual, that is the first thing. And then when it comes to understanding the family, we have this relationship. The family means a few members in which there are relationship, and there are feelings in these relationships. So the feelings can be recognized. So that is what we have discussed in this understanding harmony in the family. And then when it comes to the understanding society, we discussed about the basic human goal. And then we discussed about the natural environment also.
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes.
Understanding all this harmony in all these levels is what is meant by right understanding. And right feeling is actually a part of this right understanding. Feelings, we have discussed the 9 distinct feelings we have discussed in that. And what we do right now is we focus upon the physical facilities, which is essentially the needs of the body, as you can see on the screen.
Sir, yes, sir.
Right. So, for example, suppose you want to have, let's say, after your study, you want to do a job, right? And the job is to fetch you physical facilities, essentially. And the physical facilities are for the body, right? But if you're not sure about how much physical facilities required, to nurture your body, to protect your body, and to rightly utilize your body, what you do is you may accumulate the physical facilities. It can be money, it can be some other physical facility, maybe it can be a car, it can be say clothes, it can be some other thing. But if you have the right understanding that how much is required for nurturing, protection, and right utilization of your body, then you'll be having you will not be accumulating the physical facilities, but what you do is when you will be having a feeling of prosperity, that you have more than enough, more than required physical facilities, and with that feeling you will be sharing whatever is extra with you with others also, right? And when you share this with others, what is happening is the feeling is being transferred through expressions, right? Trust, respect, care, guidance, etc. These are the feelings. You start with trust. Trust is a fundamental feeling, foundation feeling, and love is the universal feeling. So this is in essence what we have discussed. So in fact, when we say these three words like right understanding, right feeling, and physical facilities, these three are the parameters which fulfill our basic human aspiration. And the whole of the UHV content is discussing about these three things. And the priority, as we discussed in the meeting, is right understanding first, right feeling second, and then physical facilities.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you, Tulsi Rani ji.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Nice.
Maybe we can try Tanuja ji again, if we can hear her.
Yeah. Tanuja ji, mic is given to you. You can unmute and speak. Yeah.
Oh, Tanuja speaks. She has been chasing me to get the link.
Still the voice
she
is
sent
not
me
coming.
2-3 messages and finally she joined.
Okay. Nice, nice.
Tanuja ji, if you are facing some problem, can you write in the chat? Like if you have joined from the laptop, then join with computer radio, that has to be clicked. I don't know what's the problem at her end.
So any other student would like to reflect?
Yes,
Ansel?
sir. Good evening, sir.
Ansel? Yeah, good evening, Ansel.
Yes, sir. As we all know that human relation is a golden chain that can be made stronger with love and gratitude, which is of course the right feeling, sir. So since we are living in the society, human relationships or human relations do play a greater importance in our life too. So greatness plays a very important role in keeping those human relationships fresh and vibrant, sir. But if we expect, like I had told in the past session, that we should not expect, and if we express our love like for someone by giving so much things, it won't make anyone perfectly happy. That means that physical facility of course can't make anyone happy without right feeling. But instead of those quantity of things which we give, if we just say thanks to that particular person, it may give or it may spread that particular happiness not only in that particular person and also in the particular society, sir. So
Very
it
good.
a word of action of thankfulness is a matter of great enjoyment for the receiver as well as the person who gives it, sir. That's what my exploration would be, sir. Thank you.
Nice, Ansel. Thank you. Thank you so much for the reflection. So what Ansel said is very true. We have to focus upon the right understanding and right feeling rather than the quantity of physical facility which we give. Even a word of thanks would be sufficient to express the feeling. Nice, Ansel. Thank you so much. Yeah. So any
Before
other
we move on to
student?
content, Sunil, there's a couple of questions on chat. You can just see that.
Yeah.
They are unable to come on mic.
Okay. Nice.
There's Shashi Vardhan. How to control ourselves from unwanted habits?
Shashi Vardhanji, you can, if you would like to speak, you can elaborate the question.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. If you can raise your hand, the mic can be provided to you. You can speak. Yeah, maybe some problem with him. So how to control unwanted habits? That is what he asked, right? Right, Bhaiya?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Correct.
Yes. So when we have a habit, we can look at it in this way. What is the basic underlined desire or feeling when you have a kind of a habit? If the feeling is that of, like what we discussed here in the meeting, like trust, respect, etc., the right feelings, then that is okay. But if it is not, suppose if the feeling is that of opposition, if the feeling is that of jealousy, or if it is of anger, etc., then we have to work upon that. Right. So whenever kind of habit or let us say the underlying desire, thoughts, and expectations is there within us, we can refer to our natural acceptance. And then we can verify if the feeling which we have due to the kind of habit is the right feeling or not. If the question is very specific, I can respond to that. Otherwise, this is a general response to your question. And then correcting the feelings, that is what you asked. So correction is actually working upon you yourself, upon your right understanding through the natural acceptance. So whenever something is happening within you, whenever some feeling is happening within you, whenever you wish to do some kind of a work, say that may be a kind of a, suppose somebody is having maybe a habit of, let's say, smoking. I just take an example. It is not related to you, but just take an action of, let's say, smoking. Even in the packet of, say, the cigarette, it is written that it is injurious to health. And we also know that it is injurious to health. But even then, some students or some adults also, they cannot be relieved of this action because that has become like a habit. What do we do to relieve of that habit? So let us work upon ourselves in our right understanding and right feeling side, that part, and try to analyze what is happening within us. Try to observe what is happening within us in terms of feeling. When we do that activity, what feeling you are actually getting? Is it naturally acceptable to you or not? If it is not naturally acceptable to you, let us try to change our habit, but it may take some time. So in short, through our self-exploration, we can fine-tune ourselves so that the feelings are pertaining to our, rather referring to our natural acceptance. Feelings are of the right feeling. Yeah, Manjusha Didi has raised her hand. Manjusha Didi, you would like to add something?
Sir?
Ji.
Okay. I just want to add one pointer regarding to that. If a boy is offered just a cigarette for the first time, and he has got some very good sanskar in the family, and right now he's in the hostel, and his peers are pressurizing him. You can visualize a scene like that. When first time he's offered, an inner voice will tell that boy whether it is to be taken or not. So based on his inner voice, he may take or may not take. If his inner self is so strong, he may refuse it. When in the otherwise, what's wrong in it? If I take it once, the peers will say that if you take it once, it won't harm you. Then on that feeling, he would take it once. And again, after some days, again, the same people ask that boy to take it. But second time, again, that inner voice will ask that boy whether I should take it or not. And if he keep on taking that cigarette, it becomes an habit, and later on, that inner voice won't tell that boy whether to take or whether not to take. And that becomes an automatic reaction to that. So that becomes a habit. Every decision we have got that inner voice is there. When we take decisions are taken by us only, by the self only. So first time we will our inner voice will tell us whether it is right or not based on that natural acceptance. When later on that inner voice will go at the background, and you won't be able to listen to that inner voice. By I don't say controlling, you should keep your inner voice prominently. Every time you make a decision, that inner voice, you should try to learn to that inner voice. Okay, so that's what I want to add it. Thank you.
Nice, Didi. Thank you so much. Nice reflection. So the inner voice, what Manjusha Didi refers, is our natural acceptance. Yeah, so you can also, as Didi is telling, initially the inner voice will tell you not to do that, but you continue doing that because of peer pressure or something like that. And after some time, it becomes like a habit. So once it has become like a habit, you can see what is happening within your self and body when you continue consuming that kind of a thing. Is it a good feeling or is it not a good feeling? Then, if you, yeah, Didi, you would like to add something?
So, Bhaiya, maybe we can say that the way that Manjusha Didi has said that initially if we do not pay heed to the natural acceptance, that voice comes. But if we keep ignoring, later on, peer pressure and sensations, those become overpowering. Is that so, Bhaiya?
Yeah, right.
So they win ultimately. So that we have to be careful, and that is why I think constant awareness and observation is required, so that this peer pressure and sensations cannot win over our natural acceptance, isn't it, Bhaiya?
Right. So this natural acceptance, or what Manjusha Didi refers to as inner voice, is there within all of us. So we can verify at any point of time that what Rupal Didi is telling, like the sensation part, or this peer pressure part, or it may be some preconditioning that if I do this, then only I have some place in this kind of a society. So these things can be overcome by referring to our natural acceptance. Nice, Didi. Thank you. So Bishwas ji has unmuted. Ji, you have some reflection?
Okay, sir, not like a reflection. Good evening, everyone. I'm new to this session today. This is my first session of UHV and students group.
Okay. Are you a faculty or a student? Are you a faculty?
Yeah, I'm a student, sir.
You are a student. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Please.
I was recommended about this session by Tara sir and Rupalin ma'am. And now when they came to our institute, they recommended me for going through this. Yeah. Today means in daily life, after the seminar, I got an opportunity to work for an organization which subjected me to just meet the various peoples for sponsorship and all the event management. So it's a great opportunity for me to understand what is the feeling, right understanding, respect, and all, so that I can implement it in my daily basis and know how to approach people, how to maintain a good relationship with them.
Good, very good. So just glad to hear that you have been implementing, rather verifying the proposals with your life experiences, and it helps you to improve your interactions with other people.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you.
Thank you, Biswas. You kept your words. Sunil Bhaiya and Mohan Bhaiya and everybody, I want to say that in our Bhubaneswar face-to-face workshop, he had been constantly there by Tara Prasanna Bhaiya, especially in the GD, he would definitely be there. And I spoke to him and I asked him that please join. He said that we won't have time. But when I said that it is evening, 6 to 9, he then readily agreed and he kept his words. Thank you so much, Biswas.
Thank you, ma'am.
Nice to hear that, Bishwas. So please,
And
yeah.
one thing to add, Vishwas along with many student volunteers, they have found a group and that is dedicated for this UHV activity. In fact, many students are now joining this meeting, and that's a very great impact to see that students are also taking interest in the content and trying to contemplate in their life. So very nice. Thank you.
Nice, Sarah Bhaiya. Nice. So this message has been transferred to many groups also by Sharath Bhaiya, that you have made a group and that is working very nicely. So this is a motivation for all the other teachers to follow kind of a similar pattern to motivate their students to participate in the activities. Very nice.
Sir, I would like to share, sir.
Ji.
Okay, sir. How are you, sir?
Very fine. What about
good.
you?
Yeah, good, sir. Yeah, good. Today I interacted with all the students, sir. I asked the participants who participated in the SDP 99th to 3rd. They shared their feelings along with other students who were non-participants. They applied, but because of not confirmed, they shared. I really surprised to see them talking to the other fellow students, what they enjoyed, their excitement they shared, and number of students, they are ready to participate in the upcoming SDP. Now there are students also of my college. I interacted with all other classes also. Really, I'm very happy when they are expressing their feelings. Yeah, good, sir. That is I would like to share. Still, I have to do more, sir. I do it, Mr. Sunil.
Thank you, Raghunath Bhaiya.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So
We create.
some of the students are also here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very
Tulsi Rani was my.
Oh, very good. Nice.
Yes,
Nice
sir.
question from her. Nice.
There are a number of students, and they created one association, so UHV Siddhartha Association, to share the things.
Good.
Okay. Thank you.
Ji, let them join this weekly meeting regularly so that we can have a continuous interaction with them.
I told them. They are sure that they continue their journey also. Others also join with them and to start their journey to understand the life. Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Nice.
Sunil.
Yeah, it's nice that everyone else also listen to the journey, rather the exploration of the students, right?
Yes, sir. So, yes, sir. What you have said, that is first, it is an information.
Yes.
Then extension will go.
Then verification and then validation.
I asked them, application is very important, not just theoretical. You apply to your life, then you can enjoy. One question, one participant, that is, does it relationship lifelong loss understanding? I said, I already told them, it depends upon your physical facility and attitude, respect, gratitude, love and affection. Really, thank you very much. I thank Dr. Rao also, because he interacted with the students in Zoom, and Anupam Dev at about 11:30 a.m. today.
Nice, very good.
Thank you very much.
Sir. Thank you, Bhaiya. Nice, thank you.
I wish my students also to explore well.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a couple of hands raised here.
I think Tanujaji had been trying for a long time. Maybe now she can speak.
Yes. Tanujaji, are we reaching you? Yeah, mic is unmute. Maybe I think your voice is not reaching us. That is, did you type some message in the chat box? You can type your message in chat box also. There is some issue with your microphone, I suppose, or something, some network issue. It's okay. We will continue discussing with you. You can type in the chat box also. And meanwhile, we can get the reflection from Subramanian. Yeah. Mic is given to you also. Aditya Subramaniam ji, you can unmute and speak.
Sir, is it audible, sir, my voice?
Yeah, now it's audible. Good.
Okay,
Please go
sir.
ahead.
Good evening, sir, and good evening, all of you. I'm facing.
You're mute now.
It's not that much well, but I just wanted to give the. I just wanted to. Get some clarity regarding, sir. So regarding the FDP that will be conducted soon from 19th to 23rd of this month. Sir, can we register all of us, sir, from our college?
Are you a faculty or student?
Yes, sir, I'm the faculty. I have completed the first and second FDPs already, sir. UHV 1 and 2.
Yeah, the FDP from 19th to 23 is an introductory workshop only.
Yes, sir, it is. Sir, majority of our faculty didn't register at least for one FDP also, sir.
They can register. Yes. It is now open. Registration is open. You can register.
Okay, sir. Is there any limit, sir, in terms of number from each college?
Just register. No. You can just register. Anybody can register. If the only thing is that you have to be an AICTE faculty member. The AICTE faculty ID is also required for registration. That is the only thing.
Yes, sir. And another thing is that just now, one of the members participants asked, sir, how to get rid of the bad habits.
Yeah, that I think I have responded to that already. Yeah.
Yes,
we
sir.
have responded to that in detail. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Let me give just a point, sir, and after that I'll complete that.
Good. Okay.
Sir, first thing is that we just need to understand, right understanding should be there. Whether that gives a permanent happiness for us or it simply gives a temporary pleasure for us. That is what we have to keep in mind. And moreover, with the right understanding, we have to know that it is our self-responsibility, to protect our body in good condition. So that also has to be keep in mind. With the right understanding, you can simply have an idea about all this so that you can reduce those kind of habits or bad habits. While doing something, we just need to know whether it helped me to nurture and protect my body or not. If that habit damages your health, means it should not be. With the right understanding, you can come to know about all this.
Right. Yeah, nice. Very nice.
Yes.
Very valid points. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Bhaiya is telling about. Yeah, nice. Anything else to add, Bhaiya?
Nothing, sir. That's what I just wanted to. Due to sensations only, some kind of extra.
You got mute again.
Those will give just the temporary happiness for us, but not the permanent happiness in continuity. That's what we didn't understand majority of the times, because of which only we commit the mistakes, sir.
Okay. Nice.
The life that we live, sir, every moment of life, whenever we remember about such moments in our life, that moment has to give some pleasure for us. Any moment that we lived actually in the past.
Yeah.
If that makes us somehow feel inconvenient, then that is not something which is which is based on natural acceptance. Such kind of habits are things that we have to avoid, sir. It is just to make us to live happily at any point of time. Even I got in an age of 90 years. So by the time, if I remember the life that I lived in, each moment of my life, if that moment makes me feel happy, any moment, whatever it may be, that is what living with right understanding. Is it right, sir?
Very true. So what you are telling essentially is with regard to self and body.
Yes.
So when you say right understanding is for the self. So we have to focus upon that. That's the first point you said. And then for the body, with the self-regulation part.
Yes.
Then the health of the body also can be, the body can be utilized for its right utilization, as you said. For whatever physical facility which you procure, that will be good for the nurturing, protection, and right utilization of the body. That is what you said in a nutshell, right?
Yes, sir. That is what we have to keep in mind, sir. we should understand that the body is just an instrument. It's a material thing.
Nice.
It cannot do anything, only the self-regulating the body. If the self is regulating on its own and not under the influence of any other factors, then obviously we will be having right understanding and we can live happily each moment, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Didi, we would
Yes,
like
sir,
to add
that's
something? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Bhaiya, here is an observation. I'm not sure whether I'm right or not, that nowadays these workshops are open to others also. That's how I also could attend that. So it is not only AICTE faculty members. I think there is one option also for other.
Good.
Ma'am, it is
yeah.
for now UGC and AICTE both.
Yeah. So
even UGC, NCRT also is there.
it is
But
open
generally it is preferred for colleges. Yeah.
Teachers only, sir, right? Mohan Bhaiya, sir? Mohan Bhaiya, it is only for teachers, UGC or AICTE.
Teachers of colleges, not for schools actually.
Okay.
Because school teaching on UHV is different. That is being experimented in Madhya Pradesh. Once that is successful, then they will replicate it to all the schools. So right now it's open. Of course, Rupali ma'am is a school teacher. Right,
That's why otherwise I'll be.
But very few of you have
out.
very few like you have joined this program, and also advanced so much in in exploration and volunteering. But this is generally for everybody, and including staff also. Not only teachers, even the staff, administrative staff, everybody can join. Yeah,
yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Digvijay Bhaiya has a question. He has been typing it repeatedly in the chat box. Why is there a lack of understanding in most of us? Deep within, we know what is right or what is wrong, but sometimes we don't pay attention to that feeling. So the response is also there in the question, I suppose. Digvijay Bhaiya, would you like to respond to this? The question is there and the response is also there in the message, chat message. So we cannot actually pay attention to, we do not realize that this right understanding is not there. Rather, the right understanding within us, we are not realizing this. We just need to recognize this. For example, the feelings, they are there. Between every human being, it is there. We just need to recognize it. The right understanding with regard to harmony in the individual, it is there. We just need to recognize it through our natural acceptance. So there is nothing new which is being taught over here, but we just need to recognize what is there within us through our natural acceptance. So when we unfold the proposals one by one and we try to verify the proposals by our own natural acceptance, and finally we try living by the proposals, this will automatically become like our right understanding. Okay, so we have so many reflections over here. Another question is there by Tulsi Rani ji, is imagination required for humans or not? Yeah, Tulsi Rani ji, imagination is what we refer to as our desires, thoughts, and expectations. We call these three things together as imagination. So this is going through. Can you see that this is going through in your self continuously? This is maybe would have been asked in the workshop, like a question. Can you recognize that this imagination is happening within you continuously? When, yeah, nice. So you can see it. Very good. And then underlined with every desire, we have a certain feeling. If we can recognize a feeling which is associated to each desire, then we can analyze this desire and compare. We can go for this analysis and comparison procedure in that. That is our thought process. You can take any example, any example of maybe acquiring a physical facility can be an example. Right, acquiring a job can be an example, for example. And you can have the, say, split your thoughts into your desire part, your thought process, and then your expectation part. What do you expect from that finally? You do some studies, for example. What is the desire behind this studying for a particular program? What are the thought process which is happening within you while you do the study? And what are your expectations after? What do you want to be after this study? So this is there, going through the self continuously, even when you are sleeping. You can just observe this. So this is happening in every human being. And on the basis of this, our right understanding is also getting developed. Okay, so we discuss about this when we discuss in deep with regard to the self, the activities of the self, right? Okay, thank you. I think there is no more questions in the chat box. There are plenty of messages. We are giving respect to educated, rich people and those who are having positions. Yeah, we discuss about this respect when we discuss about the feelings in a later part of our discussion. Right now, we have been discussing with regard to this. So there is not much time left in this meeting. But anyway, this is what we have been seeing in the screen. We have discussed about this already. I just have taken this slide just to have a recap of what we have been discussing in the previous meeting. So we have been discussing about the aspirations, the basic human aspirations and their fulfillment. That is the first thing which we discussed in session 2, I think. Session 1 is just introduction part. In session 2, we discussed about the basic human aspirations and their fulfillment. What are the parameters required to fulfill the basic human aspirations? That is discussed in the third session. And then we discussed about the individual, how to fulfill the human aspiration with regard to the individual, how to address these concerns with regard to the individual. And then we come to this self and body. The human being is a coexistence of self and body. So the need activity with these two parameters, we can recognize that there is something more than the body, and the physiochemical things are the needs. The needs of the body are fulfilled by the physiochemical things, but the needs of the self, they are fulfilled by right understanding and right feeling. Activities like eating, walking, which are temporary, are there in the body, but the activities like imagination, as we discussed just now, desire, thoughts, expectations, are there in continuity in the self. So we continued discussion in the previous couple of meetings. There we, while selecting and eating food, what is desirable? So we recognize that in the previous meeting, the body is nourished and self is happy is the desirable state, and the other three are not desirable states. For example, as you can see here, find out what happens at the level of self and body when someone is forcing you to eat when you are not hungry. You are eating junk food, you select nutritious and tasty food to eat, while serving, the plates are pushed to you like take, eat. So these are some of the examples given to you to explore upon this. And we have been exploring that the body is nourished and self is happy is the desirable state. Then when do you tend to make more mistakes? So we explored in the previous meeting also that when the self is disturbed within, right? And then, yeah, does everyone needs respect? So this will be discussed in detail in much more depth when we discuss about the feelings part. So do we interact with respect in all cases, or is it conditional? This also will be discussed in detail with regard to when we discuss about the feelings in relationships. So are the needs same for all human beings, or are they different for different people? Is the program for fulfillment of needs the same for all human beings, or is it different? For men, women, young, old, students, teachers, Indians, Americans, rich, poor, etc. So we can recognize that the needs, the basic needs, like the basic aspirations for all human beings are same, because all human beings are similar to each other. And the program for fulfillment of needs are also same for all human beings. So this is what we have discussed in the previous meeting. And if you want more clarity upon this, we can go back and discuss from the beginning. Anyway, right now we are here, and let us try to do some assignment before we go to the say next meeting. So this is what we have been discussing in this session number 4. Human being is the coexistence of self and body. The body needs physical facility, whereas it is fulfilled by physiochemical things from rest of the nature. Happiness is a need of the self. It is fulfilled by right understanding and right feeling in the self. It cannot be fulfilled by physical facility. It cannot be fulfilled by getting feelings from the others. So this is something which you can try before we sit again next Wednesday. Like, from your experience, from your exploration of human being as the coexistence of self and body, you could see that you have 2 types of needs. One, a continuous need. Second, a temporary need, which is required from time to time, like the need for food. So the assignment which you can do is make a list of your needs, which you would have made for sure during the workshop, but there are others also who are sitting over here. So all of you can do this assignment and reflect upon your assignment in the next meeting. So mark those that are required continuously and those that are needed from time to time. You can make a say table like your needs on the first column. Second column, the needs which are required continuous. Third column, the needs which are required from say intermittently. And those which are continuous will be the needs of the self, and which are not continuous can be the needs of the body. So we can have a reflection upon this or discussion upon this in the next meeting. Then this second part of the assignment is, if you feel happy when someone pays attention to how you look, your clothes, your way of speaking, etc., find out if you can get continuous happiness from the attention of others. You can make a small note of this and you can reflect upon in the next meeting. If you're getting continuous happiness from the way you look, etc., then you can do an experiment to find out if you can get continuous happiness from eating food. Take a large quantity of your favorite sweet, anything. Start eating the sweets one by one and keep observing how you feel. What is your conclusion from this experiment? So you can also reflect upon this in the next day's meeting. You can take any sensation that you consider as a source of happiness for you instead of tasty food for this experiment. So this is something related to sensation, so you can take any other sensation. In 4.2, we discussed about the sensation of having happiness through wearing, say, kind of clothes, special kind of clothes, etc. And here we speak about, in 4.3, we speak about having happiness through eating food, a kind of a food continuously. So it is almost time. Let me see if there are some comments in the chat box. Otherwise, I will hand over to Rubarim Didi.
Yes, there are some important questions actually.
Yeah,
and
Didi, yeah.
Tanuja is still trying.
Okay. Manoj Paya is typing. Namaste, sir. This is Manoj Panchal. I have some query with regard to self-exploration. I have recently started to join morning sessions in addition to weekly meeting. That is very good. When I am trying to do given exercises, I am unable to concentrate. I am trying to focus on the immediate thoughts coming to mind. I am not able to think beyond that. Let us discuss this in the morning meeting itself. You can ask the same question with Shamla Didi in the morning meeting. That is the best thing, I suppose. How to set the aspirations. So this is something which you have to explore by yourself. The basic aspirations, so you can just check whatever aspirations or whatever desires you have. Can you just analyze those aspirations and see that the fundamental aspirations are happiness and prosperity in their continuity. We can just work upon this. Another comment is, we always keep expectations. This is from Vishwas Ji. We always keep expectations from others even before getting a chance to meet them, and often get disappointed if they don't meet our expectations. Is expectation and disappointment are also a part of natural acceptance. We can verify this. Expectations are part of our imagination, first of all, and expectation from others is also part of our imagination. But let us focus upon ourselves, first of all. When we have a desire, we can split that into our desire, thoughts, expectation part. The desire is always associated to a feeling. You can see what feeling is there with that. And then the expectation from that particular desire, is it pertaining to myself or is it pertaining to somebody else? That is, am I expecting something from the others? You can just check this. If it is expecting something from outside, other means something from outside, then it may not be fruitful always. So we can work upon this through our self-exploration, and first of all focus upon ourselves, and then let us try to improve own competence, and then let us help improving the competence of others. So this is something to be discussed in detail when we discuss about the feelings part. Another question is, does expecting something from someone can have a negative impact on yourself if the expectations doesn't meet? We have discussed this in detail when we discuss about the feelings part. Then, yeah. Okay. Yeah, the submission of assignment, you can just keep the assignment with you. Just write down, maybe on a single A4 size page. You don't need to write down elaborately. Just take one A4 size page and write on one side of that 3 questions, 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, and keep with you and reflect upon the assignment in the next meeting. That is what is expected from our side. Nice, thank you. So I think, Didi, that is all about the comments in the chat box. Rubella Didi, over to you. Thank you, all of you, for your patient listening. Thank you. Didi, over to you.
Yeah.
Just before we finish, we can keep this discussion continued in the next session, because these are deep questions indeed, and we can discuss in a little bit more elaborative way. So,
sure.
Like Samir Pradhan, Vishwas Samal, so many people, Rajuji. So there are so many questions. So we can we request and wish that they also join in the next weekly meeting, and they can put that question in more precise way.
Right.
So just that one I want to add. Thank you.
Right, Bhaiya. Very nice, very nice. So all of you can keep your questions open for the time being, because of lack of time, we couldn't take more questions. So keep your questions open and articulate the questions in nice fashion, and just put it in the beginning of the next Wednesday's meeting. Thank you. Didi, over to you.
Yes, Bhaiya, with your permission, I just want to give one more chance to Tanujaji, because she has been so perseverant in this. Just please try in 1 minute, like we'll check. Tanujaji, you can unmute and see if we can hear from you. We can't hear. Maybe some technical problem is there, but no worries. You can you have 1 week's time to get your device checked. So today we'll
take her reflection first on next Wednesday's meeting.
First, next week. Yeah. And Bhaiya, I can see that in the chat box is full. As Sarab Bhaiya also said that like it has been such an engaging session that I have started feeling that we need to increase our number of sessions, or maybe number of hours, if such enthusiasm in exploration we can see. So this is really, really encouraging. We had more than 90 participants today, and we are looking forward to many more. Because I'm sure that if our new participants have already started exploring, definitely they feel better in their daily life, and that will like spontaneously they will spread. They definitely will speak about it with others, and then in future workshops also we'll have more and more participants. That's an expectation from these new student participants, that they would apply it to their in their own self, and then also will talk about it positively with others. So it's not an expectation. It is my conviction that they will definitely, the way we are doing it, like we liked it, our life has become better, calmer, more stability has come. So we already started volunteering, and we are also talking about it with others. So it was a very engaging session, as I have mentioned, and thank you, Sunil Bhaiya, Mohan Bhaiya, and Tara Bhaiya, so many, and all, actually, I shouldn't name all the participants from the bottom of my heart, because today's was a really engaging session, and so many participants. It's really good. We are looking forward to next week, Wednesday session, 7:30. We meet again.
Maybe Mohan
Before
Bhaiya
you
want to say
close,
something.
just a
Yeah.
small word.
Yes, Bhaiya, please. Mohan Bhaiya,
Sorry,
please.
there's Sunil Kumarji, I have copied into your WhatsApp chat all these questions that were posed. So you can, as Taraprasan, you can take it next time.
Yes.
And also, as you must have observed, there was a Google form that was circulated. And I'm very happy to inform you that 62 people have responded already. So in addition, they have given very wonderful takeaways, so which we will share with you. So I think we will keep the tempo going. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Nice.
And just one more observation that Tulsi Rani ji asked that is imagination good or bad or something like that. So just one word regarding, I'm a teacher of literature, so I love to explore words. So here I would, here is a word of caution that the normal words like we use, imagination, respect, in a normal everyday life or in other contexts, whatever we mean, whatever the connotation of those words, it will not mean the same thing in UHV. These in UHV we have specific definition for those words. So if the participants, they explore the contents a little bit from, I think it comes along with the emails, the contents. So during the week, if they keep reading a little bit about them, they would be better prepared for the next session also. Because imagination, the way that, for example, this word, normally we think that imagination means just some fictitious content that which is baseless, that is imagination. So we may think that some people imagine more, some people are very practical, but it is not used in that way here. So Sunil Bhaiya will definitely help us exploring that word also. So this is just to say that we should not be in a hurry to understand the words as we have been using all those years. Here it will be slightly different. So with a little bit of patience, if the participants join, gradually it will be unfolded by our resource persons. Thank you, Bhaiya. And
Namaste to all. Namaste.
Good
Thank you
night.
so much.